Oh, I thought you got pancakes. I'm gonna eat.
He's a big foodie, so he hears food all the time.
I mean, I'm a big foodie.
He eats so much, but he still.
That is the best thing about me. If I eat too much, I'm still slim. Oh fuck, damn. ठीक है. Yeah. We have started already. ठीक है. Okay. So
life, so why are you stressed?
Pardon?
This is not life, so don't be stressed.
No. ठीक है guys. So first of all, welcome. ठीक है. This is my first ever street interview. ठीक है. I've talked to a lot of people, learned a lot of things, but this is still something that I'm absolutely scared about. First lesson, just go for it because you have to anyways, right? And see, these people are so nice. They are still motivating me. They're like, okay, it's okay. You are not live and everything. Cool. Fuck. Shit. Fuck yeah. So ठीक है. You guys can just first of all tell where you guys are from.
I'm from Poland. I'm from Norway.
ठीक है. And you guys are in Goa right now. ठीक है. What brought you to Goa first of all?
Well, I came to India, to Rishikesh, mainly for yoga, and then I decided I want to spend more time in India, so I traveled to Goa.
ठीक है. And what about you?
I have friends that were going to a wedding in Goa, so I just came along.
So you have friends who are going to a wedding in Goa.
Yes.
Does that mean they are Indians?
One is.
ठीक है. Because this is the thing. Everyone who's having a wedding in India have to be from India.
Yes.
They don't go to Bali to get married. Despite the fact that Bali has the best beaches and everything, they come to Goa. So your friends who are getting married, one of them is an Indian.
Yes.
ठीक है. Who is he? Is he a he or a she?
He.
ठीक है. Who is he getting married to?
A Belgian.
A Belgian.
Yes.
ठीक है. So ठीक है. Let me tell you guys. My channel is a dating channel. Right. We talk about dating. ठीक है. How to be confident and all of that shit. So first of all, guys, most of the guys think that when they go abroad, the chances of guys, basically dating girls who are from, outside India are very less. ठीक है. They say that Indians are in very less demand. Would you guys agree to it? Be honest, it's fine.
I would agree with that.
Okay.
I disagree.
So we have already a difference in opinion here. ठीक है. अब it would be quite interesting to understand why the difference in opinion exists. ठीक है. And it's fine. ठीक है. It's absolutely fine. It's your perspective, right? So just be honest about what do you think. Why do you think Indians are in less demand?
Well, I can only share my personal experience
Yeah,
because it's like everyone has different views.
Yeah.
But it's just not my type of a person. I feel like I'm more like traditional in these terms, so I prefer to have someone with similar culture to mine.
ठीक है. So you said it's about the culture. You would prefer someone who's
As I said, this is my point of view. This is not like everyone in Europe.
Exactly. And she's such a sweet person to even say this thing, right? So ठीक है. But what I want to understand kind of is it because of so you said कि Indians you would agree are not in much demand, right? Would you say that it's just the Indians who are not in much demand, or you as a person would not prefer any other ethnicity and just yours?
I think the second sentence that you said, like
Exactly.
yeah.
So it's not just the Indians.
Yeah.
You would just use your preference is just someone of the same ethnicity.
Yeah, exactly.
ठीक है. Suppose suppose you get an average looking guy from your ethnicity, and then you get like a very good looking jacked Indian guy. Who would you prefer?
Well, this is not all about appearance as well, right? So I would have to meet both of this person and then I would decide, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Suppose you meet both the guys, right?
Yeah.
The jacked Indian guy, he's like, hey, hi, you have such beautiful eyes. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Right, I'm almost in
They all
love.
say that. They all say that.
You'll say what?
They all say that.
They all say that, but then he's like, ठीक है. So tell me something interesting about you, which is more than beyond your appearance, something that you really do, something that you absolutely love doing.
Yeah.
He actually has these conversations, the deep conversations, try to understand about you, right?
Yeah.
While the other person, he's like, okay, you know what? I'm actually very rich. I just came back from Dubai and I have that house here. You can come back to my villa once if you want. And I just have this car and everything. So he's like that, right? So you have the ethnicity which you prefer usually.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And you have this other person who's like an Indian, like a jacked and shit, right? And he has that as I said, he has that personality. Which one would you prefer? And again, you can tell what you would prefer.
I think I would go for the personality because what's the
Okay.
point for me spending the time with someone I don't like? So, yeah.
The subtlety here is you just said I would not want to
Yeah,
spend
I know, it's just
exactly.
like the
you just
opposite.
accepted already that the personality is the
Yeah,
thing that
but
you want.
it's also like, how can I say? I mean, when we were talking about the appearance
Yeah.
and if it's Indian or the person is from Europe, it's just like I also have to take a look into personality. It's also like,
Yeah.
okay, he's Polish, so I'm going for him, right? So it's
Okay.
like, appearance is just like one of 100 things I look on, right? So this is not only the appearance that we talk about, in my opinion, as I said.
That's a very, very interesting perspective. So basically, the conclusion that we arrived at just right now is that although you would, like in principle, if you're just given a piece of paper and you have to write it down, you would rather say, I would prefer a Polish. But when you actually are, you can say in the dating scene, you would never really look for a Polish guy. You would rather look for a guy who has a great personality.
Yes, that's so true. Yeah.
Which in other terms means that you might as well prefer an Indian.
Maybe.
If he just suits your personality.
Yeah. I don't say no.
Okay, we have a conclusion here in that sense. But that was good. Okay. Now to you. Okay, so you were very forward in saying that you think that Indians are not in less demand in the dating scene, right?
Yeah.
What would you say about that first of all, to start with?
Well, one of my best friends, she's Norwegian and also married to an Indian. She also got married here in Goa.
She's already married to an Indian in Goa.
Yes.
So are you talking about the one who's getting married eventually?
No, these married 2 years ago.
It seems like to me that all your circle is just looking for Indians to get married to. Is that the thing?
Apparently so.
Apparently so.
Apparently so.
Apparently so. Okay.
Yes.
So, okay.
We are not that many Norwegians, we need to like expand.
Okay.
Yes.
You're like, we just need to spread the seeds far and wide.
Yes.
So that at the end you are able to take over the world. That's the goal, right?
Like inner Vikings expanding.
That, okay. Quite I understand the thing. So, now try to think it from this perspective. This is going to be pretty interesting. Okay, you also think about it. Because some of your friends are married to Indians. Isn't it all of a sudden that according to you, Indians seem like someone in demand? Did you just realize it?
Maybe, but
Have you ever thought about it?
I haven't really thought about it, no.
Because when you look at your friends, already married to Indians, and you're like, I'll get married. Is it an Indian in the picture that you think about?
Well, I also have friends who's married to different African countries, and like my friend group is very international. So no one is off the list, I guess.
Okay, so in other terms, basically you are saying you would not mind dating an Indian, and according to you, it's exactly the same had it been any other person as well.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't mind.
Okay, so what would you look for in a person?
Well, mostly that we get along in personality.
Okay, and how do you describe personality?
Oh, good question. Well, my personality is my personality, and it has to connect with my personality, I guess. So personality is a big word. Yes.
It's like a very so the thing is, when you say personality, it's actually a mix of a lot of things. Personality includes humor. Personality also includes you can say being very empathetic, just able to understand what you're saying, right? It also means a lot of connection. Okay? That he somehow connects to you. It feels that he has the shared interests. Which one would you say is the most important?
Probably that we share interests and that there is a connection there. Yeah.
Have you ever met a person who you shared interests with and you just realized on the paper we share interests, but it still feels that the person either is hiding something or just trying to again and again bring the interest into picture to somehow get to connect with you?
Yeah, like that has happened.
And did you realize that there have been times when you have connected with people who you absolutely shared no interest with?
No.
Oh, that's quite surprising. I'm literally the first time hearing this. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, no, not really, no.
Okay. So when in terms of the times that you actually connected with someone based on interests, but you felt that the person is kind of hiding something or trying to just bring back to the interest just so as to get you to like him. What exactly went wrong?
I don't think he actually had the same interests. I think he said he did so that we would connect. But then I realized he actually didn't. Yeah.
So basically what you're saying is there are guys at times who try to show that they have a similar interest. Okay. And you can tell it easily. Would you say the same? That you can tell in an instant if a guy is just trying to act like he has the same interest.
Yeah, I can say that, yeah.
Cool thing. So, we just had this discussion about what women prefer in terms of whether Indians are someone who are kind of lower in the totem pole in terms of dating or higher up in the totem pole. The conclusion that we arrived at right now, you were very straightforward in saying that Indians are almost as as in demand as anyone else. And initially you were saying Indians are not possibly. But then Okay, are we at a realization where you kind of felt maybe, and again, it's not a discussion in the sense that we have to win, right? I just want to genuinely understand your perspective. Do you think that if suppose you are getting married or something, you would really not take into consideration of whether it's an Indian or not, and rather take into consideration whether you really connect with the person, whether you really like the person or not, based on, as you said, the personality, right? And how he cares for you, how he makes you feel, and whether he connects with you, whether he feels empathy, whether he makes you feel something. What would you say?
Yeah, I would probably choose the person who I connected with and with whom I feel good.
Even if that's an Indian.
Even if it's Indian, yeah.
So guys, as you saw, it does not really matter whether you're an Indian or not, right? So the reason we are talking about this, right? So as I said, my channel is a dating channel. People believe for a fact, they think they know for a fact that just because we are Indians, right? It's somehow that we are considered very, very weird by everyone who's abroad. Yeah, I mean just that. Okay? And I would say that there's a truth to it as well. Okay? By given, there are a lot of guys, in the poor cities and everything, where they haven't seen, people from abroad. So they're like, okay, let's get pictures clicked with them and everything, right? So I would understand, okay, that is also a perspective. But in general, the people themselves, right? The bulk, right? The people outside India, they don't believe that Indians are, any lesser than any other race. Okay? Cool guys, so as you saw, that's the thing. Okay, fuck. Damn.
Nice.
That was nice. Yeah.
Shit.
And he was feeling anxious before.
I mean, once I get into the flow, I'm not anxious, but like...
Yeah, you did really well.
That was crazy, right? But do you know what's crazier? Click this playlist right here and you will see in real life hidden camera footage of me approaching and attracting beautiful women in no time. I'll also be breaking down what I said to them, how I got them attracted in minute details. So don't delay guys, click the playlist right now and I'll see you on the other side.